Welcome class 10 students. Here is the second part of the story, A Letter to God. In the first part, we tried to paraphrase the first 3-4 paragraphs. At the same time, we tried to understand the inner sense of all these paragraphs. At the same time, we also tried to pick out the important questions which may come in your examination. Now move towards to interrelate with the next portion of the story, it is necessary to have the basic concept of the earlier portion of the text. So try to review the first portion of the story once again. So in the first portion, what we got in the first portion, we got the natural description of rural area. At the same time, the beautiful natural description of valley, the unfortunate situation which is created out of hailstorm. At the same time, uh, the feelings which comes out after losing the crops due to the coming of hailstorm. All these things were described in the first portion of the story, and now we'll move towards the next portion of the story, and what is going to happen to Lencho and the other family members and the people of that particular land. All these things we will understand in the next portion of the story. So stay tuned with me. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley. So one already I told you, in the middle of the valley there is one house, and that house belongs to Lencho. So all the people whoever are living in that house, they become little bit upset due to the coming of hailstorm, because the hailstorm destroyed the crops and the fields and the wealth. Moreover, the wealth. So that's why they became little bit upset, and they didn't have any option left to get any kind of help from anywhere except God. So they knew it very well that the people whoever are there in that valley, they are not supposed to help them, because they are also affected due to the coming of hailstorm. So no one is going to help them except God, but they have the firm faith that God is there who is going to help them. Now move to the next paragraph. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. So this is the speech from the family members of that particular family, that means the family of Lencho. All the persons, what they are with the opinion? They are with the opinion that after losing so much wealth, after losing their crops, they are not supposed to be upset or sad, because losing and gaining, these two are the parts of life. Sometimes we are going to get something, sometimes we have to lose something. This is called the life. So we don't need to be upset for losing our wealth or crops. Only God is there who creates the problem and who solves the problem at the same time. So instead of becoming very much sad, we need to maintain our firm faith on God, because He has created the problem. The ultimate God has created the problem, and He has the power to solve the problem. So they need to maintain their faith very well. And they are also of the opinion that no one dies of hunger. That means the God is there, the ultimate, or the the person who has the ultimate potentiality to do anything within a certain moment. He will not allow anyone to die in hunger. No one will be starved throughout the whole year, because God has His own plan and He will act in His own way. So that means they are the blind believer, or the blind believer, or you may say they have the firm faith upon God, and that's why they are out of upset. They are not too much sad. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. So this is the opinion what is given by the all family members of that particular family. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything. Now, so all through the night, what Lencho started doing? Lencho started thinking about the hope, what is left for him. And what is the hope? And that is nothing but the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed. So, as he had been instructed means who has been instructed? Lencho had been instructed that God is there who creates the problem, at the same time who brings the solution also. That means someone instructed Mr. Lencho that God is the ultimate power who creates the problem and who brings the solution also. So we don't need to be upset or sad in a critical situation. We need to maintain our faith. And that's why not only the critical situation or the unfortunate situation, we need to maintain our faith. Even moreover, what he said also, not only the critical situation but also our conscience, that means our inner sense of right and wrong. So that means our mental condition, the God is also quite aware of our mental condition. He sees everything, the activities on earth, the activities in mind, the actions which are going on in mind, everything is observed by our Supreme God. So he knows everything, what kind of things are necessary for the people, what kinds of things are necessary for the human beings. He is quite aware about all these things. So he will do or he will act in his own way. So no need to be in tension or no need to be too much upset. The help of God, whose eyes he had been instructed see everything. So whose eyes here, whose eyes has been instructed? So the eyes of God, he is from a certain place and he watches and observes everything from a certain place. And not only the critical situation but also he watches and observes the mental situation and the mental actions, mental agony. All these things are observed by God. Lencho was an ox of a man walking like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. So here is the basic characteristics of Lencho. You could say the physical appearance of Lencho. What kind of person is he? Obviously, he is a farmer. At the same time, he has little bit educational quality that he is quite able to write a letter. Okay. So the following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God. So what he decided? He decided to write a letter in the next Sunday, and he will write the letter and he would and he will carry the letter to the post office and he will post it in the name of God. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family, and I will go hungry this year, I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again to live until the crop comes because the hailstorm. Dot dot dot. That means the letter has not been ended. All the letters, or that means the whole letter has not been included in the story. The basic concept has been included. That means the request of Lencho has been included. The request portion of the letter has been included. So what he has requested to the God? He requested to the God to get 100 pesos to survive throughout the whole year, because he needs 100 pesos to sow crops once again in the field and to survive throughout the whole year. That's why he needs 100 pesos to survive throughout the whole year. And another thing, because the hailstorm dot dot dot, that means the rest of the portion of the letter has not been included in the story, because what has happened due to the hailstorm, all these things are skipped. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still troubled, went to town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it into the mailbox. And now, what he decided earlier, he decided to write a letter to the God and he had to execute this plan. And that's why what happened, after writing the letter, he puts his letter into an envelope, and on the envelope he has written to God, but he has not given the exact address of God, because he is also quite unknown and he knows it very well. God is everywhere, so he could get the letter from anywhere, and that's why he has not given the exact address. But he is quite believer of, or firm faith upon God. So he has the firm faith upon God that as because he as he is going to write the letter, in the same way the God is also going to get the letter very easily. So that's why he has written the letter. That means he is quite simplistic way. That means this also proves the simplicity of the person. This proves the simplicity of rural person, because rural person always follows the uh, beliefs what they are taught or they are instructed. If something is instructed which is wrong, still they will follow, because that is there in their belief. And that's why uh, here uh, Lencho is quite far away from realistic point of view. He doesn't have realistic approach, he doesn't have logical reasoning in his mind. Now if he would have such kind of logical reasoning in his mind, he would not send the letter to God, because how it sounds funny for a person. It sounds funny for a person, because the normal human beings, they are not supposed to write letter to God, because the normal human beings, they are quite aware about the reality of God. We don't have the exact address of God, so how it could be possible for us to write a letter to God? But on the other hand, Lencho is quite different. He is quite simple. He is quite you know normal person. That he only knows one thing. He knows the God. He believes the God. He has faith upon God. He prays the God. He has certain respect for the God. So that means he is fully dependable upon God. He knows it very well. God has the ultimate power, supreme power. He could do anything. If he is supposed to send the letter without giving any kind of address, God is going to get it, because he has the ultimate power. So if one person possesses the ultimate power, so if I throw the letter anywhere, he is supposed to get it. But he doesn't throw the letter anywhere, rather he posted it in the post office. One of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. Now, what happens in the post office? After dropping the letter, the post office employees or the postmasters are supposed to look the upper portion of the letter or the envelopes. Hmm, after after viewing the exact address, they are supposed to send the letter to that particular address. So when the postmaster had seen the letter of Lencho, where Lencho had not mentioned any address, only he has written to God, so he becomes too much ridiculous. He becomes too much funny. It becomes a kind of funny matter for him, and that's why he started laughing. And in his laughing mode, what he had done, he comes to his senior officer with his laughing mode. Okay. Now, this is the first time when he has not got any address. A letter without address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow, also broke out laughing. So not only that postmaster, but also the head postmaster who is there, he also starts laughing after getting that letter, because this is quite ridiculous matter. A letter without address has come. At the same time, letter to God, it's really ridiculous how they are supposed to send this letter to God. Is it possible for them? But almost immediately he turned serious and, tapping the letter on his desk, commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter." And instantly, when he becomes too much funny, jolly after getting the letter, within a certain moment he becomes too much serious. And he started thinking, about that man. started thinking about Lencho, and he thought that Lencho had such kind of faith, strong faith, firm faith, and that's why he has written such kind of letter. And he wished, and also the postmaster wished to have such kind of faith upon God. Starting up, now here it is, starting up a correspondence with God, and he also wished to have a kind of correspondence or interrelations with God, exactly like Lencho. So, in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea, answered the letter, but when he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, it needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So, what he wanted to do, the postmaster simply, in a simplistic way, the postmaster may reject the letter, may resend the letter to Lencho, but instead of sending the letter back to Lencho, he you know, he has his own plan to establish the faith of Lencho family, because he knew it very well. If one person has written the letter to God, that means he has the faith and he doesn't want to set up the faith of that man. He wants to maintain the faith of that man, and that's why what he come up with a kind of idea, with an idea that he is going to reply to that particular person. But the problem is that if he would send any letter to Lencho or any reply to Lencho, so not only the ink, paper, or goodwill, all these things are necessary. Obviously, the post office employees, the postmaster must have goodwill, the ink, paper. If he is going to write the letter 1 second to Lencho, all these things are necessary, because if they are going to reply to that particular person, paper is needed, ink is needed, at the same time goodwill is also needed. But before that, instead of these three things, they also needed some money. How they are going to reply to Lencho? If they are going to reply to Lencho, so they would have money, sufficient money. That means 100 pesos. 100 pesos money they are supposed to get. So for a single person, it's not easy to send the money to Lencho. So what kind of planning is there? Let's see. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. For an act of charity. What is act of charity? These things to maintain the faith of you know the to maintain the faith of Lencho. What kind of sacrifice they are going to do? They are going to give their own money to maintain the faith of Lencho. So this is known as the act of charity. So it's not possible for a particular postmaster to give 100 pesos to Lencho. So that's why he wanted to collect some money from his colleagues, from his other employees, and after collecting the money, he wanted to send it to Lencho with a reply letter. And at last he has done it. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho, and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature, God. Now, in the same way, to maintain the faith of that man, uh, he that means the postmaster, he collected the money, and then he sent the money to that particular person with a letter, and in that letter he has not written anything, only in the signature portion he has written the signature of God. That means this will establish his faith or believe upon God firmly, that God has sent him money. Okay, so till now, in the next video we will finish the text as far possible. Thank you.